What's up, crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to the Wise Army. My name is Peter, aka the Wise Admiral, and today I'm going to show you Wise Lending, how it works, do some quick transactions. And this is my protocol that we launched. We just spent 3 years in development, did some really high profile security audits, and now we're ready to go. I'm going to show you on Arbitrum. We are also launching on Ethereum, though, and we'll be on a bunch of EVM chains soon. So first thing to do, go to wiselending.com and you can connect your browser wallet. I'm going to go ahead and connect my MetaMask. And then once you're connected, you can go ahead and see your position and you'll be able to interact with the contract. So first of all, just like any lend borrow site, on one side, you've got supply assets. On the other side, you got borrow assets. In order to borrow, you got to first supply, but you can mix and match the assets that you are depositing and borrowing. So for instance, I could deposit Ethereum, borrow stablecoins, buy more Ethereum to long the market, or do the opposite in order to short the market. That's typically how these platforms are used. And then for depositing crypto, I'll be earning an APY on my investment that I put in here. So funds are not locked. You can take it out anytime you want. And right now, these APYs are just kind of like we're in a soft launch state, but the special sauce of our platform specifically is that our APYs are going to be super competitive with the top rates of yield aggregator platforms, not lend borrow platforms. We'll be blowing away other lend borrow platforms because we actually have integrated strategies that are designed to create a high demand for borrowing, which will bring up the APY. So the way APY works in these pools is it's all based off of utilization rate. So you can see that 17.96 Ethereum is deposited here, and that total available on the borrow side is 15.8. So you see there pretty much almost all of it. So only a couple Ethereum is actually being borrowed right now. And so that's why the APY is only 1.98%. Once we have our strategies live, then this will be borrowed up to a much higher percentage rate. On the other hand, you can see USDC is already above 10% APY, and that is because out of 40,000 that's deposited, total available is only 4,700. So only about 11% is available to borrow. The other 89% is already borrowed out. That's why this APY is higher. Now let's go ahead and supply 1,000 USDC, and I'll show you how the APY changes because we're changing the utilization rate by depositing this crypto. All right, so I went and deposited. You can see it went down to 9.11%. And that is because we now have 5,700 available to borrow out of 41,000. So utilization rate went down, APY went down. Now let's talk about some of the things that bring the utilization rate up. So unlike other platforms, we actually are creating a high demand for borrowers. And we do that by integrating strategies into our platform so that borrowers can seamlessly borrow and then invest in these strategies without leaving our platform. So I'll show you what it's like here. Right now, we have Pendle integrated. So Pendle is right now at the forefront of great, decentralized yield sources. They're the best right now. And what this contract allows us to do, allows borrowers to do, anybody could come here and they could use some money in their wallet. I'll use 100 DAI from my wallet, and you can see that there's 6,000 DAI available to borrow. So keep that in mind. So I can come here, you can see it's at 2x right now. So I'm using 100 DAI in my wallet. I'm borrowing 100 DAI from this pool of 6,000 DAI available. And so now I have 200 DAI, and then that is going onto this Pendle Aave USDC pool, which is earning, you can see source APY, 12% APY, but I'm only paying 1.34% APY for this. So I'm earning a net of 13% estimated APY. Now I can borrow a lot more. I can borrow up to 15x. So that's using my 100 DAI, and I'm borrowing now 1,400 DAI from this pool of 6,000 left available. And you can see also that the borrow rate is going up as I increase my leverage, because I'm borrowing more of this 6,000 that's available. That increases the utilization, and that increases the borrow APY in the pool. Now, since my source APY is 12%, Conceivably, I could actually borrow this up a whole lot more. Like of this 6,000, I could borrow a lot more until the borrow APY was, let's say, 11% or 12% even, and I would still be able to make a return because I'd be making 1 or 2% arbitrage times 15x leverage. So that would still be like 30% APY. So, but you can see in this position, I'm earning 82% APY because of the arbitrage between what I'm paying the borrowers and what I'm getting from this yield source, which is this Pendle Aave USDC pool. So it's all very easy. Like I just showed you, you can just confirm position right there. Boom, one button click, and then it will go ahead and be in effect. And that is the lending platform and the power farms. That's what we call our strategies, power farms. That's how to use both of those things. So we are just in a soft launch state right now. As we roll out more power farms and open up the doors to marketing, conceivably we should be able to see a lot of people using these power farms because they're basically free arbitrage that you can get with one button click, and that will bring up the APYs in our pools to a super competitive market rate, which is much higher than what you're seeing on other lending platforms. So that's going to be it for this video. I'll have plenty more, so definitely check out my channel and subscribe. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter. We're Wise Lending. That's the company one. And then me personally, I'm the Wise Admiral on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the video, and we'll see you next time.